And we are live. Buck Brothers, permission granted. What's going on, everyone? Now, we're going to be doing more filming for episode... What are we doing? Camping episode. We're going to be doing more filming for the camping episode, but recently, just today, we have a little update, little controversial update on the fabled upcoming Lego SpongeBob sets. Happy birthday to Tom Kenny, wherever you are. So, before we get into the filming, I wanna take a look at these sets with you guys, because these sets that have supposedly been leaked are quite controversial. So you know what? I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna make a new browser. Yeah, because ever since I've been, what the heck? iMovie just opened up for like no reason. Okay. So yeah, okay, so several people actually like tagged me about that. So I'm gonna switch to the animation view, and I'm just gonna pull up this browser in the animation view. Sets. Because I took a very quick glance at them, and I gotta tell you, I'm not super convinced that these are legitimate. Oh, someone... Oh, I think someone posted a YouTube video as well. Where the heck is it? And we are going to go over these and judge for ourselves. Sorry about the little jump scare. I had a peek earlier, but I was just like, I'd rather go over this in stream with all of you guys, because you guys, like, I heard about these from you guys in the first place. Like, you don't think word gets around? Ah, yes, Instagram, the world's premier location for totally factual content. Like, where should I look? Like, help me out here. I'm gonna go to Reddit, because like, what am I even looking at? Like, is this what has everyone excited? Like, are these even Lego bubbles? Are these Lego pieces? Is this it? Is this what has everyone all excited? Because this looks like AI. Like what? Oh, Triton. Wait a second, because I have like a Lego Triton. But look at how small this is. This looks like an AI generated image. Like, wait, what? This Doodle Bob doesn't even look like Lego. Like, yeah, we took a look at the Patrick thing that showed up on Reddit. Oh, okay, here it is. The Patrick seems to be consistent with what we saw last time. Okay, so what my question is like how what vera how can we verify that this is real? Like because is it just that oh it's leaked, so nothing from Lego? Like I feel like these don't look like Lego arms. You know what I mean? I mean, look, if this is real, like if this is if this is real, I mean I like what I'm seeing in terms of like references so far. I like the more accurate SpongeBob bed with the diving board and the chair in the TV. It's like a jellyfish net. I'm just I feel like I'm seeing really weird proportions, which is kind of throwing me off. Granted, I'm not super I'm not very up to date with all the Lego pieces that they've invented since. I do have to say, like, let's take SpongeBob's house for example. No, SpongeBob doesn't look Lego. He doesn't look Lego. Like, this isn't what a Lego character looks like. He looks too flat. The arms don't look right. Why are SpongeBob's shoes brown? Like, what? Yeah, I was thinking Gary's food. I was thinking the same thing. Like, I like that, the wall is red, the blue living room walls, more color. Squidward has the green walls, the purple pink in the bathroom, and then the little area on top. Like I'm seeing references, which is cool. But let's suppose this is real. I don't I don't I don't know what I could do with this because it looks too crammed. I would probably get it for like the unique parts, like the shower curtain and like the furniture and the painting, just all of this stuff, but I don't know if I could really film in here. Yeah, what blew my mind was Patrick's house. Patrick's house is so bare bones in the original iteration. Like it just opens up like oops. There we go. There was a chair and a TV. But here's the thing, when I was a kid, I loved this because I was like, I can't believe that they even though it's this much, they went the extra mile to include Patrick's house and even gave him a little TV and a chair just to give him something to do. I think it came with a table too. Granted, it's gutted now, but I appreciated that. It's the same thing with Squidward's house. Like Squidward's house is so bare bones. It's really just kind of a front, but it's still cool that they had it. You know what I mean? We are not on Do Not Disturb. Making sure this upload I went BrickBob Films went through okay. I think we're good. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna set this on Do Not Disturb. This definitely feels more like a display piece. Like, say what you want about the original Lego SpongeBob sets, but I felt that the play value was really high. Yeah, exactly. Your Patrick's head, you lose the articulation. Yeah, I don't we talked about this last time. I don't like that Patrick is like flesh toned. He just looks like a naked guy. Like I would probably get this set for like the props alone, but even then that might be a little overkill. Like I wouldn't like suppose this is it. I wouldn't mind having it, but it's probably like $500 or something. So, like there are people that know more about Lego parts than me. People can look at stuff that's Lego and know like, oh yeah, this is a part that exists. Like, is this a boat mold that exists, or is this just like, I don't know, dude. I'm just not convinced. 18 plus. I wonder if I could like take one of the later versions of SpongeBob's house. Not for weenies. Okay, so this is the second iteration of SpongeBob's house. Not looking too different from the first one. I forgot how different. Oh yeah, this one. I don't know. I wouldn't get these because they had to ruin it by adding the floral print onto it. It's distracting. I don't know what the insides look like. I also feel like this. I don't know. There's something about this Squidward's house that kind of bothers me. It looks. Hello. It looks too like the head looks too small. I get that they're trying to like taper it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like about it. If this is real, like okay, like I think that a crusty crab would be great because like there's so many references that you could squeeze into that. So many references. Like what I like about this concept is that there are a lot of references getting the little details like the houses, the rooms, the furniture, bulb and branch, Squidward shower, which is like a recurring scene. The little area on top of his house when he's sunbathing when SpongeBob is screaming, "I'm ugly and I'm proud." Why did Gary look like that? Gary looks kind of freaky. Yeah, this SpongeBob, I don't know why SpongeBob just looks so weird. Also, I feel like the more detail you add to the figurines, you get to a point where they start to look uglier. Like, does this look more true to Squidward in the show compared to the original? Definitely, but I also feel like he looks a bit uglier. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, I saw Doodle Bob. But I don't know, like Doodlebob kind of looks a bit weird. Is that what he calls it? Anyway, we're gonna have to wait and see if this is real. Now, as for this, let's assume that this is real. Just for right now, could not be, but let's assume that this is real. Just hold on a second. I want you guys to just take a very long, hard look at this. Take a good look at this. We talked about this. We talked about this, everybody. I told you guys I was not a fan of brickheads. Definitely not a fan. Now, assuming that this is real, assuming it's real, this is like this is just as horrible as it had every possibility to be. Why does the net look like that? The jellyfish net looks weird. Oh my god, dude. Everything's mixed up. Still not convinced that this is real. Dude, look at these hands. Why do the hands look like that? Oh, this looks so horrible. It's so terrible looking. He is a rectangle. He's literally it's SpongeBob SquarePants, not freaking SquareBob rectangle pants. Like what? I never got any of the Lego the Mega Block SpongeBob stuff. I never did. The only Mega Block SpongeBob stuff that I got was when I was trying to get my hands on Doodlebob for Frankendoodle. I think from what I've seen, I get kind of confused because I know that Imaginext was also doing stuff with SpongeBob for a bit. I don't know who had the license when, but like I feel that Mega Bloks did do a lot more and kind of dug into like the references for SpongeBob way more. They did way more with it than Lego did, but for me, Lego was just kind of it. They did the right treatments at the right time. They hit the major landmarks. They gave me everything I needed to build my own Bikini Bottom and make films. You know, he's supposed to be square. I mean, yeah. Here, can we find something that's like, you know, hold on a second. I want to see if I can like pull up some like Mega Bloks. Huh. Like these dedicated character packs, stuff referencing scenes from the movie. Like I like this. Look at that. You got the Strangler in there. You got all these different looks and outfits and props for SpongeBob. You got obscure references, one-off characters. Sea Bear is going to be worked on in a future stream. Now, so here's the thing about Mega Bloks. Like, it's just Mega Bloks. I think I may have more fond memories of Mega Bloks as a kid than Lego. Also, remember, drop a like, everyone. Let's crush that algorithm. But yeah, like Mega Bloks, I felt that like they did personally, I thought that they made better things. Like they made stuff that connected with me more than Lego. I'm not gonna pull out my Mega Bloks Dragon stuff right now, but it's like the themes that they made for like Mega Bloks Dragons or Mega Bloks Pirates, the rugged, like sculpted look of Mega Bloks fit those themes so well that Lego could not do better even if they tried. Lego just has like the brand appeal, you know? It's a very weird set. God, look at Gary. He's so freaky looking. Yeah, I appreciate that Mega Bloks did all this, like Invisible Boatmobile, outfits for SpongeBob and Patrick that are accurate to the actual episodes that they're referencing. Like what? Stuff referencing the movies. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah, but by the time they were doing this, it was just I was kind of done. I is it possible to make a good looking Gary? I do not think so. All right, we're gonna just look at some more stuff, and then we're gonna get to filming soon. Uh, yeah, like oh wait, hold on a second. I want to find like the box art. Mega Bloks Dragons box art. Like oh, when I was a kid, I had these. These were like the most influential thing on my childhood. Like Lego could never make dragons that look this freaking good. Oh yeah, and then they did the like these awesome egg things that you could open that came with a really cool dragon inside. I actually have a few new ones in my closet. I like vividly remember. Oh, come on. It's like getting cropped out, but I vividly remember getting this set for Christmas when I was like 7 years old. To this day, like, even though I was seven, I like vividly remember like where I was situated on the floor and opening up the box. One of the greatest moments of my whole life. Not even kidding. I remember. Wait, there were just so many classic sets. I couldn't even talk about them all. I remember getting this, the Vorgan Ice Fang. This is why I want to make Dunces and Dragons BrickBob films so bad, because I want to use these sets all over the episode. This set right here, one of the greatest sets ever. And here's the thing. These sets didn't just look good, the play value was like through the roof. Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna do a thing. It's about the where the heck is it? Because we hit our just to shout out everyone, we hit our membership goal. I'm trying to find the thing. I think I have to run a test. Just gonna hold on a sec. Gonna just do a few of these. These are just tests. So here's what happened in our previous stream. Hexatoons gifted like 3 memberships, and I didn't know that you needed to have like separate, what do you call it? Like separate alerts for that. So they weren't getting counted into the membership goal. Wanted to do that. Jellyfish dragon? What? Oh, in Dunces and Dragon. Yeah, it is a jellyfish dragon. I don't think I would. I don't think I would make it a jellyfish, honestly. I think I would want to use like a real dragon because there are some like awesome looking dragons that would work just as well. Even if it kind of breaks the illusion of it, but like the whole underwater theme. But like that's kind of one of the things I do in this series is in BrickBob Films, I kind of put my own spin on the episodes. And here's the thing, whether it's accurate to the original episode or not, you can count on one thing. Whatever I do, it will not be boring. That I can guarantee. Anyway, let's kind of get a move on here to filming. The the BrickHeads thing just showed up on my computer again. If that's real, like, oh my gosh. I'd say it's like perfect. Like, well done, Lego. All right. Pulling up Dragon Frame. Oh, and we got through to the end of scene 4, so now we're gonna start scene 5. Which already have a I already have an audio file created for it, so we're good. I have to turn on my camera. All right, here it comes. There we are. Yo, what's up? Yeah, we just looked at the rumored leaked sets. I am not I'm not convinced that they're not AI or a hoax or fake or whatever. They could be real. If they are real, like cool, but I'm likely not going to be going out of my way to purchase them. Even if it was just for the props, it's like $200 just for the little artifacts that I've already been doing without. It's just not really worth it. I mean, heck, just recently we had the Patrick is being removed from the show hoax. I guess you would call it a hoax. Call it what you want. It's just another day on social media. Get this audio in, and we'll be good to film. I haven't started importing footage into my PC yet and begun editing. Just haven't done it yet. But the hard part is the production. So, we are going to begin, or rather continue, filming for the camping episode. We are on the line. Okay, this is when Squidward is feigning his concern for the sea bear. Tell me all the things I shouldn't do if I want to keep the sea bears away. That is where we are. We are over 6 minutes into the episode, more than halfway through the runtime. And yeah, it's going to be a dialogue-heavy episode, but we're approaching the sea bear part. And we should be doing a stream soon where I make the sea bear. Design him in clay. So, with all that said, gotta do our routine. This is BrickBob Films, the camping episode, Day 7. I think I will stand today. Oh, love motorized desks. Make sure I'm not pulling anything. Oh, this stupid desk costs a lot of money, but god dang, I love it. I am so spoiled by this desk. Said it once and I'll say it again. Once you get an adjustable height desk, you can't go back. It's just that amazing. Dark mode indeed. Look, if they're gonna replace one of the actors, when one of the actors inevitably dies, look, if they can replace Charles Martinet as Mario, they can replace Tom Kenny or Bill Fagerbakke. People die, unfortunately. Let's see what the lighting looks like in our previous shot. I don't remember. What? I think it's too light. Yes. Dude, like, one of the things I just love about stop motion is, like, so many things about doing art nowadays in the digital age. You're doing art digitally, but I find it so gratifying that despite all of that, I can, like, keep in mind that I'm on my computer, like, all day, or on my phone. So, to be able to, like, turn on the stream and then just be with the puppets and move the characters around by hand, hear the camera shutter, like, doing this all in person, it's just, like, it's a feeling I can't really describe. Look at that. That pixel. Can you believe that? That's gonna drive me crazy. This will be our little secret. Or, if you're here after watching the completed film, now you know. Sorry to break the illusion. Well, at least it's YouTube. Whew. Day 23. Give it up for day 23. All things considered, things seem to be going well. Production's coming along. People are. I keep saying this. You guys are like recurring characters. Like, we got the same people showing up. You guys are making this film too. You're representing. We we've had some laughs, some leaked Lego SpongeBob set rumors. I played the clarinet a little bit. We reacted to some old animations I made in the bygone era of YouTube. It's been a journey. Making the sea bear, though. I don't know if any of you guys, or how many of you guys were around for Popeye, but making the clay puppets is going to be fun. What am I looking for? Yeah, nah, Sam Neill. I was talking to my friend about him just recently, talking about how much I loved him in the Jurassic Park movies. He Watching him growing up in the first Jurassic Park was amazing. He literally saves Jurassic Park 3 for me. If oh, wrong color. It has to be blue. If Sam Neill wasn't in Jurassic Park 3, I would easily never watch that movie again. Easily. All right. Lighting looks pretty good. Okay, so this is going to be like a lot of back and forth. So I'm going to see how much I can. It's like, see how much variation I can add. Another day for the unemployed? What? Oh man, yeah, Miss Sam Neill. I can't believe that just a few years ago he was in Jurassic World Dominion, which is absolute atrocity. The movie sucked so bad. Want Patrick to have a little bit more light on him. Yeah, Dirt Circle, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't think I have enough gray, not gray, like tan Lego studs. I don't think I have enough of those, so I'll probably just do it with clay, honestly. When in doubt, clay. It's a good shot. Have the fire in the center. I want you a little bit in the third there. Looks better. Have a decent depth of field going. Clay fixes everything. It really does. Was there always a fireplace like right in the middle the entire time? I'm curious. I mean, it's too late now, but I'm trying to see like when it goes away. Maybe after the bear chases him away. Oh well, I'm not going to move the fireplace now. I kind of wished I didn't have those videography shots at the beginning because I haven't done any like others for the past what 3 scenes like nah. Yeah, the clarinet I would do on stream, but I am not going to be recording voice lines on stream anytime soon. I don't think I could even do that. I'm trying to think. Shout out to Hexatoons, everyone. We met our membership goal.
You're, 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 you're right.
Yeah, okay, we're running up on 20 viewers. If you're here from BrickBob Films, drop a line. Let us know. You're now a part of BrickBob Films history. I have the outfit I'm coming up with for Squidward. I have genuinely no idea. I'll come up with something ridiculous, but I have no idea what. That's actually a really good question. Shoot, I wish I knew. My Lego collection's like pretty limited because it's mainly because it's really just like like I don't get Legos for fun. It's really just like doing my BrickBob Films stuff, and then just any Legos I held onto over the years for like one reason or another.
I, sh- I, sh- I should be more. You're right.
Shoot, I might just have to use a bunch of clay for Squidward's outfit too. I definitely don't have a Lego sombrero.
Be more. Be more. I should be more careful. Be more careful.
Yeah, Legos are very expensive. One of the other reasons that like Mega Bloks Dragons, the other cool sets that they had, Mega Bloks Pirates to a lesser extent. One of the reasons that it was such a big part of my childhood is that they were more affordable and I thought they were cooler. I felt they appealed to my young boy energy more.
Be more careful.
I don't know if I could do this at twos. It might be too weird.
Be more careful.
That's weird looking.
Be more careful.
I don't. I do not film at twos at 15 frames per second.
Be more careful.
Area X, is that like a Chinese company? They're not sold. Those sets aren't sold in like the United States. Like I hear that there's some like Lego, not Lego, Jesus. There's some like SpongeBob construction toy lines that are like being sold in China but not in the US. I only heard about that because I watched this video by, I think it's called My Brick Opinion. Good channel. He did a video about Lego SpongeBob and Mega Bloks Dragons, Mega Bloks Pirates of the Caribbean, and a bunch of other stuff. Lego Ben 10. Like that's the thing. I never watched Ben 10 as a kid, but I remember buying one of the failed Lego Bionicle things that Lego Ben 10 did at the Toys R Us. Good channel.
Fact.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna use clay for the sombrero. I don't really have many many other options unless I fashion like a crude sombrero with my bricks. I don't think that's gonna happen though. Probably wouldn't look good. Yeah, the set leak.
What?
We talked about that at the beginning of the stream.
Tell me. all of the things
The only Scooby-Doo I ever watched growing up was the live action movie from like 2002. I remember seeing that as a kid, and I remember I thought that was a pretty fun movie. You know, fun, well cast, little scary, creepy. I remember that was a fun movie to watch when you'd hang out with your friends. And I think I watched like when I was really young, like 5, I'd watch Boomerang at someone's apartment as a kid, but that was like I don't even remember vividly what they played on Boomerang.
I I I I, I
Next episode, I can't confirm what the next episode is going to be. I don't even know yet. I have ideas and like obviously like I've seen what people are interested in the comments and on the poll that we had on my Patreon, but I'm also there's some production related things like pre-production related things for some of the episode ideas I have that I can't really discuss right now. Trying to get it sorted out. I'm like I'm so swamped with a bunch of work right now related to animation. I'm really looking like I look forward to doing these streams because it's like very therapeutic to just get away from the phone for a bit, not be doing 100 things on the computer, and just kind of be one on one with you guys and the puppets for a few hours. You know what I mean?
I should I should I
But I also want to make sure that I continue to develop personal projects because I have another desk opened up right now on the other side of the camera.
I should
Just to make sure that there's always something to stream here because I want to make these like streams a regular thing.
I shouldn't I shouldn't do it it
This scene
it
is just so funny when they're talking about all the things that provoke a sea bear.
it it
How ridiculous it is. First off, don't play the clarinet. I can't get over. I can't, I can't get over that line. The fact that a wild animal will specifically be provoked if you play the clarinet of all instruments.
if I
Not the triangle, not even the bagpipes, but the clarinet. One of the most offensive instruments known to man.
if I want to keep
You rewatched Rugrats in Paris? I watched the Rugrats movies growing up. I didn't have nearly as much exposure to Rugrats growing up as I did SpongeBob because we only had we didn't have as many VHS tapes of Rugrats than we did of SpongeBob. Also, they were coming out with new SpongeBob DVDs all the time. So my mom would get those all the time.
Keep the
And I don't know when they stopped making Rugrats episodes.
keep the sea bear.
But I did watch the movies. We had the first two on VHS.
Keep the sea bears away. If I want to keep if I want to keep the sea bears away. Bears away.
We had Rugrats Go Wild on DVD. I even watched the Wild Thornberrys movie. I never watched the show, but I did. We had a copy of the movie. Yeah, yeah, we talked about the FNAF movies before. Matthew Lillard. He's good. Seems like a nice chap when he's not what do you call it? Stuffing kids into suits or whatever you do and whatever purple guy does. So back on Rugrats, like I said, I didn't I didn't have as much of the Rugrats show as I did of like SpongeBob episodes, but Rugrats I still remember very fondly. I remember getting certain episodes like on demand on Amazon Prime. Well, actually, there was no Amazon Prime back then, but Amazon Digital on demand. And of all the Rugrats movies, the second one was definitely the best. No, I'm down to talk about Rugrats for a minute. Cause what happened was you guys could probably give me more information on this. I don't know when they stopped making Rugrats episodes, but I remember they came out with Rugrats All Grown Up, and my mom started bringing us DVDs of those because she would find them at the store. Actually, a few years ago, I had Paramount Plus, and I tried rewatching Rugrats All Grown Up. I barely rewatched it. I probably watched like a couple episodes. There's one episode I really remember. It was the You Gotta Go cards. I need to give that more of a rewatch. But yeah, we had like several Rugrats All Grown Up DVDs. But yeah, from what I saw upon rewatch, it just seemed like a pretty lame, like, oh yeah, remember those babies that you grew up with? Well, they're now lame preteens. That's it. There was actually an episode where Angelica turned 13. It was called, I remember the DVD, it was called Lucky 13. There was one I had called Dude, Where's My Horse? Where they have to like they go to a ranch and they like ride ostriches.
Okay, okay.
There was this really scary episode of the original Rugrats where Angelica's parents
Okay, that's easy.
they're planning on having another kid. So Angelica has a nightmare where like the kid is like enormous and he has like a deep voice. He's like Angelica, bring me my bottle. And it was very unsettling. Gotta lock in. You guys are unlocking like childhood memories, but yeah, I'm just like, oh man. Also like filming. That's the thing. Like a lot of the stuff I can do on autopilot, but still. Wow, it ended in 2004. Rugrats.
First, first. Okay, that's easy. First,
Gosh, there was this really funny episode where Angelica was like sick or injured or something, and Stu is like making her chocolate pudding at like 3 in the morning. You, everyone knows that joke. It's so, and he's just like, he just straight up like he's like, I'm making chocolate pudding, and Dee Dee's like, all sweet, and she's like, Stu, it's like 4 in the morning. Why are you making chocolate pudding? And then he says because I've lost control of my life. It's just one of those jokes where it's like it hits harder as an adult. When you're a kid, you kind of focus on like more, problems seem like smaller problems are huge, but then when you're an adult, it's like yeah, lost control of my life.
First off,
Oh, interesting. You weren't allowed to have cable growing up. So, Hexatoons, I also didn't have cable growing up. All I had were VHS tapes and DVDs. I remember all the other, like, I remember going to other kids' houses and they would have Nickelodeon play. And it would be like sitcoms, like iCarly. I'm like, is this a girls' show? And I remember this one girl's house growing up. Every day, Disney Channel was playing. Every day. I remember seeing the big logo in what was it, like the bottom corner, one of the bottom corners, and like the logo for Disney Channel and all those sitcoms I couldn't stand.
First off, don't
I'll never forget like
play the clarinet.
being at her house.
Okay. Then what?
I remember being at her house and the freaking Hannah Montana movie was playing. And like, Hannah Montana is like the most like calculated corporate, like, oh, this is what a teen girl would like show. Never watched it at length. Maybe it was great, I don't know. But I remember the Hannah Montana movie was like playing in the background, and I just kind of would steal glances at it every once in a while. I'm like, what's going on in this movie? And like Hannah Montana falls in love with like a country cowboy guy, some guy with a cowboy hat. And there's like a scene where he's like looking at her and he's like Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus. I don't know who I'm really with. And he like walks away. And she's like, no. And it's like it's supposed to be like the all's lost moment. It's so stupid.
Okay.
About, oh man, it's just every subject leads to another. I probably have the attention deficit. We're not going to get into that. So, about Rugrats, I do have gripes with the movies.
Then what?
And here's the thing. I like the movies are technically well made.
Then what?
Like the writing is good, characters are all there. The got all the, yeah, voice actors, like it's doing so many things right, and the drama is there. But my problem with the Rugrats movies, excuse me, my problem with the Rugrats movies is that the stakes are too high, I feel. Like the first Rugrats movie is like really sad. Like the babies are literally lost in the woods, and like they writers try and make light of it, but I remember seeing it and just being really sad, and just like the whole time I feel bad for them. Oh man, these babies, they're lost in the woods and they don't even know what mortal danger they're in. They're being hunted by a wolf. Like the whole movie, you think someone's gonna perish. you know? And then there's that horrible scene where Tommy and Dill fight like Tommy's desperately trying to establish some kind of agency or control over Dill because he's just so confused and he doesn't know how he's supposed to act. It's really sad. SpongeBob, I felt that the SpongeBob movie was like perfect because it is so ridiculously goofy and just so it has all the ridiculous comedy that you could ever want, but it also had genuine drama that really came in when it needed to get you to care about the characters in the world. But yeah, the first Rugrats movie is just really sad. It's not a bad movie. I just find it I think that the stakes are just way too high. And Rugrats in Paris is like it's even more it's even more tragic. Like they explore a lot about Chucky growing up without a mom, and it's like it's very it's uncomfortable, but I also give a lot of respect to those movies for especially Rugrats in Paris, like tackling something like that.
Never.
And the ending I thought was really happy with Chucky's dad meeting someone and getting married, and Chucky finally having an older female figure in his life that's not an auntie, you know?
Never wave your.
Bro, I'm looking in the chat and all I see are paragraphs. Guys, I love that you guys are contributing to the conversation. If I miss your chat, I'm just like I'm trying to keep up right now, but no, just you guys are awesome. I can talk nerd all things nerdum all day. I don't like Patrick moving in that direction. Yeah, the so I'm just going through your chats. Yeah, Drake and Josh, I heard about. Wizards of Waverly Place, that was like a big one. My sister watched Wizards of Waverly Place, but I never watched it.
Flashlight back and forth really fast.
The only like sitcom, I think this was on Disney, that I could stomach was Good Luck Charlie.
Fast.
And that was mainly because I liked the little brother character. I thought he was really funny.
Flashlights are their natural.
It felt like it was made more for families, like a family sitcom rather than specifically for teenage girls or young girls.
Never wave your flashlight back and forth really fast.
Flashlights are their natural prey.
Flashlights are their natural prey. Makes sense to me. So everybody gets what they want. Tommy Pickles and his villain arc. Man, Nickelodeon just, they have to be scraping the bottom of the barrel. I don't know how, like, Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network, how they survive. I mean, they just, obviously, especially Nickelodeon has SpongeBob, which is just, that's just like a multi-generational enormous IP. But I don't know how traditional programs are able to compete with phones.
Don't stomp around. Ouch.
Yeah, I never had Nickelodeon on cable growing up. It was just whatever cassettes or DVDs I had of their shows. But I did hear that there was a really strong saturation of SpongeBob. I really don't know. I really don't know how. I don't hear about Nickelodeon ever nowadays, aside from SpongeBob related media.
Go on. Go.
I'm gonna film all these shots of SpongeBob and Patrick consecutively. Because there's a lot of back and forth.
Never eat cheese.
Oh, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, so Search for SquarePants. I did watch Search for SquarePants, and I did not go into it expecting much. And I wasn't like nowadays I don't expect any SpongeBob movie to be good because of just how low the quality and unrecognizable the writing is compared to classic SpongeBob. It didn't offend me, but I just thought it was pretty void. I thought it was kind of a nothing experience. It I will say this though, it definitely didn't feel like a feature experience. What I mean by that is it doesn't feel like the film Search for SquarePants was meant to be viewed in a theater. It it still has that like direct to streaming production quality to it. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, Sponge on the Run is definitely the worst SpongeBob movie in my opinion. But at least, like, you can tell from the animation in that movie that it was meant to be shown in theaters, you know? Search for SquarePants felt like just another TV special that they thought they could pass. You know, it was passable enough to show in theaters. It's the exact same story as the first SpongeBob movie, just told way worse. The whole game, excuse me, the whole movie feels like a game of Mario Party, where you just have what, SpongeBob and Patrick and the Flying Dutchman running through a trench the whole time. It literally looks like a Mario Party board game. And yeah, just it's just lame. I thought that I was done talking about like the all of the SpongeBob related movies after I made that video on this channel, but then they made two more. So I guess that video is outdated. The Plankton movie was surprisingly not too bad. It still doesn't,
It's like it's fine.
doesn't feel like it's a feature presentation, but it wasn't bad. Inoffensive. It was fine. The invisible boatmobile, I think I would do with editing. Like, actually have SpongeBob and Patrick suspended in midair. Because I have the benefit of editing on my side. I understand why the Mega Block sets would represent the invisible boatmobile with translucent pieces. But since I have editing, I feel like I would do it in post.
Never wear a sombrero.
Yeah, Pest of the West, I remember. Atlantis Square Pantis, definitely. I remember watching those growing up when they were still new. Those definitely felt like special events. If you have any specific questions about the movies, like, you can ask. But in terms of overall opinion, like, yeah, no. I will have to say that, of course, Search for SquarePants did have to do like a stupid pop celebrity cameo thing. First of all, Mark Hamill was in it, and I'm fine with Mark Hamill, but still, I would way prefer the original voice actor for the Flying Dutchman. If I had to choose between Mark Hamill and the old Flying Dutchman voice actor, sorry, I don't know his name. I know what his face looks like though.
Or clown shoes.
I would pick the old actor any day. It really makes you see, like, hearing someone else voice the Flying Dutchman, it's definitely like, whoa, I didn't realize just how intrinsic to the character the original voice actor was. I'm like, that's not my Flying Dutchman. That's not him. It just made me miss the old Flying Dutchman voice. But as for the whole cringe pop cameo, I'm talking about Ice Spice. That's just so. I just can't, dude. I don't know what it is about modern SpongeBob. I say modern SpongeBob, but let's be honest, they've been doing this for a really long time. Just having like weird, like just throwing a celebrity into their special and being like, "Yeah, look, it's that guy." And meanwhile, the celebrities look really bored. I didn't see Truth or Square when it came out, but like go back and watch it. It's just like all the celebrity cameos are really tasteless and boring. They all look really bored. I remember I thought the pink shows up and does a song. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird, but whatever. She seemed to be having a good time, but overall, I find the celebrity appearances like to be very boring. It's like, oh yeah, a popular brand thing that people like. Throw celebrity in there. It cheapens. If anything, it cheapens the feel. It just dates it even harder. Wait, wait, he's Bill Murray's brother? Because here's the thing, I remember watching Groundhog Day and hearing the guy announcing the Shadow, the Puxatony Phil guy in the top hat. I remember hearing him talk. I'm like, oh, that's the Flying Dutchman. I hate Ice Spice. Yeah, the Ice Spice song just sucked so bad. And there was like there was a big thing, like they used her a lot in the promotion of the film, and I don't know, like I just remember people were talking about Ice Spice. Showed up to the premiere and all that stuff with her tatas out probably. And just and I'm thinking like, who's this for? Like, do the kids, do the babies, like I don't know who's supposed to see this. I guess anyone that just likes SpongeBob. But like, who does the target demographic for SpongeBob like Ice Spice? Like what? And then you watch the movie, and the character that she voices says like one line at the beginning. She's just there. She contributes so little to the film, and the song sucks. The song legitimately sucks. I've talked about it on stream. The song sucks. The dated weird pop song that was in Sponge Out of Water, that was better. Yeah, like so there were celebrities in the first SpongeBob movie. Scarlett Johansson was in it. I don't know how big she was back in 2004. I feel like Scarlett Johansson really took off a little bit later, but I could be wrong. But I mean, like on screen, look, it's that guy. Like the David Hasselhoff thing, I thought was really brilliant. Because when I was a kid, I can assure you guys, I did not know who David Hasselhoff even was. But it was so, narratively, I thought it was really funny because it's such a ridiculous climax, like the battle between SpongeBob and the Cyclops. Like that whole scene is so ridiculous. And just when you think it can't get any more ridiculous, David Hasselhoff just runs on screen like Hercules. It's so goofy. And the scene with his pecs, like forget about it. Call it nostalgia, but I just I thought that the David Hasselhoff sequence was so brilliant. Yeah, but watching Sponge on the Run, and it's just like, oh, here's Keanu Reeves. It's like, okay, he's a bush. He or not bush. He's a tumbleweed. Okay. Oh, here's Snoop Dogg. It's like, okay. Oh, here's Danny Trejo. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on a second. It's just like, to me, it comes across like, hold on a second. You get the idea. It's like, God, like how stupid do you think we are?
Sweet.
I'm just glad that the SpongeBob movie, the first one, is amazing. Just watch that, show that to your kids. That will be passed down for future generations, for all eternity. No one's gonna remember the other ones.
Sweet
Like a Fitbit.
Oh yeah, Antonio Banderas played whatever Captain Burger Beard or whatever his name was in Sponge Out of Water. Okay, but here's the thing. Like, I am a vocal critic. I am a vocal critic of Sponge Out of Water, but I do have to give Sponge Out of Water credit, definitely because this is pre-pandemic world era. Sponge Out of Water, despite all of its flaws, when you watch it, it does feel like the production value feels like a feature film. The 2D animation, the 3D animation effects, the live action sequence, like that definitely felt like a theatrical experience. The story didn't. Story did not. Sponge Out of Water is like pretty, it was a pretty like misleading movie because the whole gimmick of the film is them going out of water, which is already not a deep well for storytelling potential. But they're only what, they only go on land for like 20 minutes at the end of the movie. Yeah, I agree. SpongeBob and Plankton working together. So SpongeBob and Plankton, they're such different character archetypes. And I liked that Sponge Out of Water put those two character archetypes together to make them figure out what on earth is happening. Like, I like that. It's just, you know, that the film, the concept of Plankton becoming good and becoming a team player is too complex for the film because now it has to contend with the show. So the only story that's really in Sponge Out of Water is Plankton learning to value friends and becoming part of a team. And then in the very next scene, like when they go back under the water, Plankton just goes back to stealing the Krabby Patty formula. It's like, what do you? Okay, so this is really just a pointless movie. I just remember I remember finishing the Sponge Out of Water movie in the theaters and just being at that last shot in the Krusty Krab when they're panning out and you see all the weird multi-dimensional characters, like interdimensional characters in the Krusty Krab, to give you the illusion that the world has changed because of this adventure that they've gone on, but it hasn't. I remember just looking at that scene and being like, wow, the world doesn't feel like anything happened. You know, you get to the end of the SpongeBob movie from 2004, and that scene when SpongeBob becomes manager is just so profound and triumphant. You really feel like SpongeBob just saved the day and proved everyone wrong, and it's so beautiful. I'll never stop talking about how great the SpongeBob movie 2004 is. All the other SpongeBob movies, the best way that I could describe them is they just exist out of obligation. You know what I mean? From what I could find in my research, the reason that they didn't make another SpongeBob movie for so long, 11 years after the first one, was because they didn't have any ideas. And every SpongeBob movie that's come out since has proved that. Like they really there's really not anything else that you can do.
Why? Why?
Oh, there we go. Why? That's how I feel.
Why?
Why indeed? Ocean Man by Ween is amazing. I started listening to Ween late last year, and they've become a band that I really rather enjoy. I've actually kind of listened to like almost all their albums since. TM work. Gosh, Sponge out of Sponge on the Run is so unbelievably bad.
Why?
Well, you guys know. Don't listen to SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yes. Feeling. No.
I almost half. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think of how to word this. You guys are all aware of my large affinity for the first SpongeBob movie. Sponge on the Run, I detest that movie with almost half the same intensity as my love for the first SpongeBob movie. That's how bad it is. It is so unbelievably bad. Like, you can't make a movie that bad by accident. Like, there is there is just a bit of contempt and baked into every layer of that movie. Just contempt. It is there. It is there. I have to make this more abrupt. Oh yeah, there's like a stop motion dolphin in Sponge Out of Water. Yeah, that's cool, but the dolphin doesn't matter in the story, really.
No.
I mean, he's just another goofy like, oh, okay,
No.
we have time travel. Okay, what? How can we pad out the runtime? Oh, okay, let's have him mess around with a dolphin for a minute, and uh, then he raps at the end. It's really cringe.
No.
I'm gonna just film it. The dolphin, is he not stop motion? I swear he was, because like nowadays you see a lot of CG imitating stop motion, but I'm pretty sure the dolphin was stop motion, right?
No. No.
Wasn't there a stop motion T-Rex at the end of SpongeBob BC? Oh, okay, holiday specials. Dude, I love that stop motion SpongeBob specials exist. I just wish that they happened before the writing got lame. I have to. I mean, I remember rewatching the Christmas one, and that one was like kind of good. Typical like Plankton, evil plan, taking over Bikini Bottom thing, SpongeBob thing. I remember seeing that and liking it. It's just I think it came out just a little bit too late for me to really get into it. But no, I appreciate it. Then I watched the new stop motion special they made where it's like continuing this whole thing with like Sandy's annoying family that they established in the Sandy Cheeks movie. I like don't remember anything about the Halloween one that happened with Sandy's family. But I did watch it.
Squidward, please stop. Oh,
All right, now we have to film all of Squidward shots. All right. Oh, we have to go back more. Oh, we gotta go back more.
Ray.
back and forth really fast.
Okay, then what?
Never wave your flashlight back and forth really fast.
Flashlights are their natural prey.
The Sandy Cheeks movie is bad. It's like it's got that like ugly straight to streaming bargain bin animation. It's just a product. And I don't know what it is. It's like these films are clearly products to broaden the SpongeBob intellectual property. Like they're just products, but they also do like really weird stuff. Like that whole like the above water sequence in the Sandy Cheeks movie and like the weird horrifically ugly dream sequence they had with that villain. I don't even remember what her name is. The actress is probably famous though. Yo, welcome to the stream. The the Lego SpongeBob sets are coming back. We went over that at the beginning of the stream, actually. You can see it in the playback later. Like, the Sandy Cheeks movie is bad, but, like, did anyone expect it to be good? Because here's the thing about... Here's the thing about Sponge on the Run. Sponge on the Run has the audacity to trick you into thinking that it's going to be good and that it's going to have a lot of care and effort put into the story because the animation is of such high fidelity and production value. So you could be fooled into thinking that it's just that it's going to be it's going to be good, like halfway decent at least. But then it just betrays you. You guys ever see that episode of South Park where the kids are going to see the new Indiana Jones, I don't know, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull movie? I'm not gonna quote it because it has a word in it that YouTube really does not like. Please refrain from saying it in the chat. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know. Like, oh. But yeah, no, Sandy Cheeks movie is just like, oh yeah, it's bad, but also, come on, like, it's like not trying to hide the fact that it's bad. I don't like this glare. Yeah, the word, like the fish lady character.
Don't stomp around. Don't stomp around. Don't stomp around. They take that as a challenge.
If you know, you know. The the episode of South Park. Yeah, if you know, you know. I need to rewatch the SpongeBob stop motion specials. I think I don't know. It's like the new like the SpongeBob Christmas one I think is good from what I can recall. It's but I'll never it I don't have the nostalgia factor for it that I did for Christmas Who, or even Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas, the Lego SpongeBob music video that actually aired on Nickelodeon. I just remember watching like when the SpongeBob Christmas special, I think it's literally called It's a SpongeBob Christmas. I remember when it came out, I was actually mad because I was like, wait a minute, this special is taking this song that I really like, that I grew up with, and it's trying to pass it off like it's new. That song is amazing, by the way. Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas. That song is so good. They could not help but rip themselves off. But I just remember thinking like, wow, they're really trying to pass this off like it's a new thing. But that's just me. But I do remember thinking at the time, like, man, I wish that this came out sooner. Because when did It's a SpongeBob Christmas come out? Season 8, episode 23. $2012. Yeah, I think at that point the writing had just sort of lost me, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of Still, that's late. That's kind of late. But yeah, when it came out at that point, I was starting to drop off. I was losing interest in watching the newer episodes.
Go, go on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like post movie SpongeBob, it like took it was taking those like it took the best day ever song and turned it into a very subpar episode. And then it took Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas and just used it for repurposed it for its SpongeBob stop motion special. I can put in pencil sound effects afterwards.
Go on. Go on. Punch. Yeah. Go on. Go on. Go on.
Dude, the fact that a bear would attack you specifically for eating cubed cheese,
Never eat cheese.
just picturing like the bear like coming to get you, ready to kill you. And then just seeing, oh, the cheese, it's sliced. All right. That's what I like about this episode is like the bear doesn't obviously the bear's not going to unalive anybody. He's just he just kind of gets you for a bit and beats you up and then leaves. It's just so ridiculous.
Cheese.
Sorry.
The SpongeBob stop motion special that must have come out recently because it would have had to have come out after Sandy movie. Season 11, Episode 5, Legend of Bikini Bottom. Release date. What? Wait, huh? 2017? Wait, what did I watch? I'm really confused. Family stop motion. What did I watch? Oh, SpongeBob and Sandy's Country Christmas. I give up. I just give up.
Slice. Sliced or cubed?
Cube slices fine. Cube slices fine. Cube slices fine.
I hope that through my work I'm keeping a more fond chapter of SpongeBob alive. You know what I mean? I was talking about this recently in a stream. It was like, yeah, because I'm making BrickBob Films episodes still, it's like BrickBob Films is becoming multi-generational now, which is kind of insane. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah, and
Never wear a sombrero
in a goofy fashion,
or clown shoes.
or a hoop skirt,
And never,
ever
ever
screech like a chimpanzee.
Not too shabby. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that about Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5 is really, really good. But then Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 6, that's the motion picture one, right? It is. I'm pretty sure it's motion picture. That one's like not that one's okay, but I remember thinking like, ooh, like the quality drop off is kind of stark. I do really love that scene though, when like every like the scene that they're trying to do where Pearl is supposed to be a vehicle and then like she rolls off of a hill and crashes into everything and everything is destroyed. And SpongeBob's like, "Oh, everything's ruined. Oh well. At least we got it on film." He sees the lens cap on the camera and Patrick's just standing there just really confident. He's like, "Oh, this is a lens cap." And SpongeBob's like, "Did you just put that on?" And Patrick's like, "I did not want to lose it, so I put it right here on the camera just before we start filming." SpongeBob completely cocks out. That's my favorite scene in the whole episode, but the rest of it is just kind of like, it's just whatever. I like what is it? Mermaid Man versus SpongeBob? The one when like the Krusty Krab is doing a brand deal with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and then Plankton takes over their minds and turns them into zombies, and then they fight SpongeBob, and like Plankton has his usual scheme to take over the Krusty Krab. I like that episode. That's a good one. With the dandruff control shampoo, it's actually mind control shampoo. I would gladly make that episode. That's a good one. That's a fun one.
What? What? What?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I would frequently skip the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episodes, or whenever it would come on, because I didn't memorize the order, I'd be like, ugh. But then when I would see that it was Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3 or 5, I'd be like, oh yeah, I like this one.
Wow!
Then they started changing the title cards a bit.
Wow! Wow!
And of course, Mermaid Man versus SpongeBob doesn't, it breaks the numbered Roman numeral Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy main series. I remember finding the episode where they go over the backstory of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. I remember I really like that one because it adds more lore to like the universe of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and you get to learn more about them. And you have Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy talking about how they got their powers.
Wow!
And then the TV special comes on, and it is the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. I remember, I like that episode. Yeah, the first Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy I was never super into. The second one wasn't on any of my VHS tapes, so I never really saw that one when I was super young. Then I saw it and I just thought it was okay. 3 is amazing. 4 is just fine. I mean, I'm not into 4. 5 is great. 6 is just another like ugh, like fine one. I have to look them up. I remember seeing the book club one. That one I think was shorter. But I liked that it had more villains. I'm looking at the wiki fandom right now. Nightlight is pretty funny. Like that they have a little I wouldn't call that a Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episode. It's just they kind of just show up. The card is really funny. Even though it's once again more about them being fans of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. But the card's really funny.
That's amazing.
I I just the reason I like that episode so much is because it points and laughs at the whole collecting thing. And this is coming from someone who collects, who has a small little collection of just childhood memorabilia. But I love that it pokes fun at the whole like, oh yeah, you're trying to get these playing cards that you're never gonna look at. And then there's the whole marketing thing of like, oh, there's only 5 cards that look like this in existence. You have to keep buying packs until you get lucky. Because there were a lot of toys like that, like blind bags when I was a kid. Freaking Patrick, at the end, he's like, oh yeah, the whole pack contained them. So funny.
See, that's amazing. amazing. How?
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy begins when like all this crazy stuff happens to them, complete nonsense, and then they like wind up back in their apartment, and the popcorn that they made is slightly overcooked, and then just when you think that everything's fine, they have a reaction to the slightly overcooked popcorn. It's so great. Man Ray teams up with Plankton?
How?
I don't remember that episode.
A sea bear? Bear?
Wait, Mark Hamill. Did Mark Hamill play the Moth in Nightlight? Okay, I had seen Planet of the Jellyfish. I actually liked that episode when I was a kid because I liked that it was parodying like a horror, like a sci-fi horror movie. Because I grew up watching the Universal monster films, B movies, a lot of the stuff that like James Rolfe, angry video game nerd talks about. I grew up watching those too, and I thought that was like a fun little parody. Kind of, it was definitely creepy, and of course it ends with like the ooh the end question mark thing, like very true to the genre. I don't think I remember the episode where Plankton and Man Ray team up. I don't think I've ever seen that. We've done so much talking about just the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episodes. Like I'm tempted. Like it's super tempting to make those. Be fun. Yeah, Patrick says hold the mayo. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like you grow up with a show, you watch all the episodes that you were exposed to, which is usually the episodes that were coming out as you were growing up. And then eventually you kind of drop off. Because eventually you're going to stop. There's going to come a point where you're going to stop being exposed to all the new material that's coming out. And I'm trying to exactly pinpoint it when I stopped seeing all the new episodes that were coming out regularly. I must have been around season 8. But that's why I say, like, the stop motion special, I specifically remember thinking to myself, man, this came out too late for me. If it came out even a couple years earlier, probably would have been way more into it. But no, my stop motion SpongeBob special when I was a kid was that Lego SpongeBob music video that they aired for Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas. That was just so good. It was like a 1 minute movie or a 2 minute movie.
Yep.
Hello? Oh, where the light changed.
I
Okay, so it turns out I don't think I have seen the Halloween stop motion special. Oh man, we're getting really close to the sea bear pulling up. I'm thinking if I'm gonna make the sea bear in the next stream. I'm thinking if I'm gonna do that. It's tough because I would like I would like the sea bear to be in the footage, like on set with the puppets, because of, you get the shadows and the lights playing off of it. I am concerned that if I didn't do that, you're not gonna feel that same gravity. Because like Mr. Magic, I was able to cheat it because Mr. Magic has that cloud of smoke, magical smoke around him. Also, he's a floating head that's supposed to be intangible.
I
I want it to look good, but I think if I do composite the sea bear into the footage, that it's just I'm gonna get more detailed animation out of it, you know? This is scene 5.
have this.
And this scene is like 2 minutes of footage. 1 minute and 52 seconds of footage. So it ends at frame 1600. 1607, 1684, right before the sea bear comes on. Like a cut, a shot before the sea bear comes on. So we're getting close.
Since we're all
The as you all know, the sea bear is a very sensitive species. They're ticked off by almost anything that you can think of. No, I think I'm just gonna put a bunch of clay on him, honestly. It's such a good episode.
Oh, what? We're all in danger. 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 You're...
Oh, here it comes. Whoa, what are my thoughts on Jar Jar Binks? Is this a trick question?
What? 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 What?
When I was a kid, I loved Jar Jar Binks. Watching episode one. Look, you also have to take into consideration that like episode one of Star Wars, everyone is so stiff and wooden. I'm not the first person to use that adjective, but everyone is so stiff and boring and serious that yeah, I loved Jar Jar when I was a kid. I thought he was funny. Thought he was really funny. Uh, then I mean, just now, I just think he's very cringe and just a huge tonal clash throughout the rest of the movie. You know what I mean? Like just having like he it's like putting Roger Rabbit into Star Wars, like in the middle of a Star Wars movie. Okay, now we're gonna have to dress up what's his name. Let's see. Well, I get that Phantom Menace was like a really big deal when it came out. Here, hold on a second. I'm gonna turn on the light and I'm gonna sit down too because my feet are tired. What was the stream going? Oh yeah, over 2 hours. But I want us to finish this scene. Yeah, I understand that people have an affinity for the Phantom Menace. I I wasn't born when the Phantom Menace came out, but from what I have researched, Phantom Menace was like a that movie was like it was like the event of the millennia when it came out. Like that movie was really important to a lot of people when it came out, and it was just like the hype for it must have been insane. So yeah, like that nostalgia factor, like I could see why, despite all of its flaws, people would still like Phantom Menace. It's got like so much great imagination put into it, and the action set pieces are well done, but it's just it's a complete travesty of a first installment in a trilogy that's supposed to be about the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker and how he became Darth Vader. Like I do believe that like that episode one just it derailed the pacing of the prequel trilogy just so bad that like there's just nothing about episode one that needed to be a movie. You know, you have three movies to work with, and ultimately a lot of people say that you could just skip episode one because it's really just not that important. I do think that it introduced way too much at once, you know? I don't think I have Lego maracas. Maybe I have one. Oh wait, I do have a maraca. Oh, look at that. But we don't need a maraca. We need a flashlight. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna pull up a picture of Squidward. We're gonna get the sauce. Oops. Hold on a second. Bear with me. I remember the like the box set for season three. I'll never forget. It was like my ninth birthday, I think it was. Nah, it was my eighth birthday. For my eighth birthday, my grandparents got me a SpongeBob complete season box set. It was all the episodes of season three. So that's why season three I have a lot of nostalgia for because I watched season three the entire like I would marathon it. It had three DVDs and the box art had this really cool art where it just was packed with so many references to the entire season and it had Squidward wearing his outfit where he has the sombrero and the cheese and the flashlight. So great. Yeah, when I was a kid, I got sick. I got pneumonia and I was bedridden and I just remember the whole time I was sick, I would watch those DVDs of SpongeBob season 3 over and over. Got me through it, you know? I'm just gonna take Squidward's clarinet and just workshop it into a flashlight. I'm gonna need a certain stud though. Maybe it's just diamond? Oh yeah, look at that. This is a pretty good looking flashlight. Yeah, I never got a SpongeBob season 2 box set, but I did get a SpongeBob season 1 box set. Wonder if I can give like Squidward different shoes, something. You don't really give him new shoes, do you? You get wait a second, hold on there. He is supposed to be wearing a dress. Maybe I could give him Mrs. Puff's body. Wait, hold on a second. Is this too goofy? It's so big compared to him. No, it's good, man. I had SpongeBob season 3 to get me through it, you know? I when I think about going through that, I was Yeah, I just think about watching those DVDs over and over, and it just it got me through it, you know? This is funny because the whole dress thing for Squidward, because I feel like this might be a bit too much. Because now the round of his, the round of the dress, his body doesn't get that round at the end. Kind of weird looking. Makes him look like a chicken. I don't think it's really doing it for me, but you gotta work with what you have, right? I'll probably just make a clay dress. Do I use any live video puppeteers for this episode? If you're talking about the videography, I did like a couple in the first scene, like the first 2 minutes, but I haven't found myself doing it anymore for this episode. I've just been animating the whole thing. Okay, wait. Can we bring this down a little bit? All right. I think it's mostly going to be clay, but we have the flashlight. And for the platter of cheese, I could use the paint tray and just put like little blocks on it. And I have to make very tiny cubed cheese. Nah, I think I'm gonna have to just fashion a sombrero out of clay. Pardon my limited library of Lego pieces. I remember I ordered like these props right here. Like I ordered an assortment of props on eBay like a long time ago. They've been really helpful. Maybe I can find like an outfits bin, or out like a bag of just random outfits for the characters. I think I think the reason that I don't that I haven't ordered something like that or just ordered a whole bunch of Lego parts is you can never really anticipate exactly what you're going to need, and you're always working with what you have anyway. If there's something really important that I need, like really prominent in the episode that I'll need, then I'll order it. But I have clay. the heck does the sombrero look like? Okay, we have these props. Where are you? One of the tough things about oh, sorry. One of the tough things about working with clay is just because camera resolution is higher and because you're not shooting on film and that picture quality isn't destroyed over like broadcasting, any little imperfections in the clay are way more visible, like dust and dirt. So I'm always trying to keep my clay really clean. Will I make the sea bear in the next stream? Yeah. Oh, there is a fly in here. Big old house fly. Oh, he found his way in here. That's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to have to take care of that. One of the things I can't stand about the summer. I I think we'll probably do some work on the sea bear next stream. I think not 100%, but I think we're gonna do that because we gotta at least start him. I would like to start him before filming the rest of this, just in case. Wait, let me try turning on my UV light thing. Ugh, where am I? Rest assured, work will be done on the sea bear really soon. We'll play this on loop. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, no, I had to do a lot of visual trickery in the Survival of the Idiots remake. I had to do a lot of weird techniques to get to kind of get that marriage between the clay animation and the Legos because of the size. So yeah, like I had some full body clay animation Sandy puppets that were only a few inches tall because they had to fit on Sandy had to have she had to fit on screen with SpongeBob and Patrick. But then for those detailed shots where you have like close-ups, her growling, her snarling, her talking, you I needed to get that detailed mouth animation. All right, that's a decent looking sombrero. Then I get back to filming. Crush this. Uh, just am gonna need the skirt. So I'd like some different colored pants. You said print? Man. Oh, these also have print. All the pants that I want have print. Where's Larry the Lobster? I keep Larry the Lobster's body with Mr. Krabs. Oh, wait. Actually, I don't see the red torso. Where that is. All right. Okay, let's. Just about ready. Uh. Oh yeah, my new containers. Right. Look at that. Uh, I've thought about it. Have I considered changing? Sorry, I'm trying to get used to reading them out loud. Have I considered changing Larry the Lobster to the Mega Bloks version? I've like thought about it, but I'm wondering if it's just gonna clash too hard with the whole Lego world. Sorry, that fly is somewhere in here driving me crazy. Oh, there he is. Found his way in here. It's like this one of those situations where it's like, what's the best way to interpret this character? So because like Larry the Lobster is supposed to be like kind of a regular guy, like in the SpongeBob universe, I want him to be Lego. Like villains like uh Doodle Bob or excuse me, or Man Ray. Like those guys I'll depict with Imaginext, but I don't know. Cuz I feel like if I were to swap out Larry the Lobster in favor for like the Mega Bloks one, then like why wouldn't I follow suit with like there's a lot of characters that theoretically could look better if I use like the Mega Bloks iteration. I don't know. I feel like I would end up just changing so many of the characters after that. I think if I were to like remake SpongeBob meets the Strangler though, like that would I would use the Mega Block Strangler. Like that could be fun because he's like a one-off character. I try and keep the main ensemble of SpongeBob characters in BrickBob films Lego. You know what I mean? You guys are good. It's chill if you guys don't chat all the time. You know, it's one of the things I like about these live streams is that it's kind of peaceful. It's just us animating together. Forget about our worries. And the best part is, I've been told animation's pretty hard. And the best part about these streams is that I'm doing all the animating. So you guys can sit back and relax while I'm out here in the trenches, running, jumping, lighting things, running through frames. I'm doing it so you guys don't have to. Yeah, it should be good. I'm going to add a little bit of detail to the bottom of the dress. Be good. Yeah, I'm sculpting the sombrero and the skirt right now. I know it's so small and I don't have my camera really oriented to me that much. So it's hard to tell. When I work on the sea bear very soon, the camera setup is going to be different. I don't know if I'll have it directly in front of me like in Popeye. It's going to be a bit tough because I'm figuring out. Right now, I'm leaning on animating the sea bear on glass, so it's going to be have better visibility, like top down view. But then you won't be able to see me. Cross that bridge when we come to it. My original YouTube name? I don't I don't know what you're talking about, but you're good. Don't worry about it. Dude, I can't wait to finish these shots and have some dinner. It's gonna go really hard. Hmm. Right. Little decorations to the hat. I swear, you guys will see what this looks like soon. Because I am gonna have to take it off. Because I need to film Squidward like running off and putting it all on. Oh, for the BrickBob Films channel. Yeah, I just like I'm trying to get myself into the habit of just referring to it as BrickBob Films. I think I might even like go into the channel and change like some of the titles of the videos and stuff like that. Because like let's get real, if if I got like millions of subscribers on that channel, I would probably get deleted like a day later, you know? I feel like the BrickBob Films channel is just in that weird state where it does have like quite a few subscribers, 200,000 as of doing the stream. But if it had millions, it would just I feel like the channel would just get taken down. So, anyway, if you guys want me to continue to do my animation work, just stay up to date with me here. I'm glad in the meantime I can still make videos for BrickBob Films. But yeah, it's just like I just want to be able to keep making films, period. This looks good. All right, I think we're ready. Uh, let's go. I'm gonna have to keep these two assets because his sombrero and the skirt are going to be present in the next scene. Flashlights are their natural prey. It's like you look off into the distance in the woods and you just see a flashlight turn on and wave around for a bit. You're just like, do you see that? A sea bear is catching his prey. Hold on a second. I have to get a hand wipe. Laying low. I guess you could. I'm trying to think. I guess sort of laying low, but right now I'm able to make films for BrickBob Films for the time being, which is great, while building out my own more personal projects right here on YouTube, but also just whatever I can do to continue animating. You know what I mean? Because it's very difficult to get paid to animate things. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the diffuser light. Maybe the fly will buzz off. Also, I realized why the fly is in here. It is because all the other lights in the house are off. So that's why he found his way in here. Yeah, when I went out of my room, it's pitch black, so I guess everyone's asleep. So.
You're right.
Look at that. We're 1,000 frames in. It's good stuff. Yo, let's hit 20 likes. Yeah, there's gonna be music when Squidward gets attacked. That I feel like is part of the comedy, where it's like oh yeah, the scary music keeps playing even though the bear is becoming increasingly not scary.
I, I, I don't know. You're up.
I don't remember where that quote was about the SpongeBob movies. Probably not the same music as Survival of the Idiots. It's not going to be like this huge, spectacular, epic spectacle like Survival of the Idiots. Because, like I said, the reason that this scene is so funny is because the bear the bear is scary for like 10 seconds. Like the first time the bear attacks Squidward, the bear is scary. But then after that, it's just not scary. Every single time the bear attacks Squidward, it becomes less and less scary. And that's why it's funny.
Oh,
All right, you guys are going to see the sombrero. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, it's so hard to grab him now. There's all this stuff on him. All this weight, too. From the clay, there's a lot more weight. Figure if I don't have actual Lego pieces, could at least be true to the episode, right? Makes them harder to animate, though.
Oh, just
Hello? What? My hair is just moving on its own.
just
Dude, like the hair on the back of my head is like standing up. I don't know what's going on.
just just feeling. Feeling. No. No.
Oh, thank you. My watch. Yeah, I've only been wearing a watch for less than a year. I got it this past December because I wanted something to track my workouts better. But you know, it's pretty good. Otherwise, I would never wear anything on my wrists. I am not, you're not gonna see me with accessories, piercings, bracelets, or any. I don't want to wear anything that like I don't have to. This is purely for functionality, you know what I mean? Why else would I want stuff on my wrist? You know what I mean?
Yes. 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 Oh. Yes.
I wonder, I feel like this would be funnier if I had him like nod. You know what I mean? See if I can do that. Oh boy. Going. What have we been streaming? About 3 hours? Give it up for 3 hours, everyone. Can't wait for some dinner. Ugh. Tired. This is gonna look a bit weird, but I think I can, you know, make it work.
Yeah. Yes.
It's kind of weird.
Yes. Yes.
Home stretch.
No. No. Yep. No. Yes. No.
K-R-A-B-B-Y-P-A-T-T-Y says I. Ooh. Ooh. We can cheat a little here, maybe. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. 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 Ooh, ooh. Sounds like the trap I set might have caught that fly. Oh, good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Squidward, please don't!
The audio? What? Me making monkey noises. All right, home stretch. Where I pan to one character to another. Uh, I don't. I don't really understand your question. Could you elaborate? I can you give me an example of like a scene where I pan? Because I can't think of any off the top of my head, honestly. SpongeBob, what are we gonna do? SpongeBob, what are we gonna do? Maybe I'll do a small pan if I can fit it in the frame, because I do have the fireplace in the middle. Do I see very sure I see very sure to come in here. Yes. Eat a stick. Maybe we can use this. Have I seen the new leak sets? Yeah, we went over that at the start of the stream. Shoot, if I had a bunch of like tan studs, I would do this with Legos, but I think I'm gonna have to do it with clay. Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up. I want to film to the end of this scene though. So that's about like 400 more frames, which sounds like a lot, but we're gonna get it.
Don't worry.
Yo, wait. Shout out to the Lolo emoji. Thanks for using that. I forgot I made those. Yeah, so here's the way it works. For granted, I'm still getting used to this whole streaming thing, but when you make memberships on your channel, hold on a second. When you make memberships on your channel, you can upload unique custom emojis, but you're only allowed to do I think 3 at first. Then you need I think you have to have a certain threshold of channel members before you can make more. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. Because I'd like to make some like Lego SpongeBob emojis.
Don't worry, Patrick. Don't worry, Patrick. Patrick.
Shout out to 19 likes. Let's see if we can hit 20. Heard my chair a little loud. It's gotten me through hard times. Just gonna use the clay. What would it take to voice a background character? I would have to contact you. Unfortunately, I always get requests from fans wanting to be in an episode of BrickBob Films, but it's just I have to contact you pretty much. Yeah, having additional voices, it does add more layers to the pre-production. But it's usually if I have something very particular in mind. Well, sir, we almost have our circle. The circle looks okay. Anti-sea bear circle. It's so stupid. Actually, this clay that I'm using for the anti-sea bear circle, this is like leftover clay from Popeye that I just neglected to clean off of my desk. Yeah, shout out to Hexatunes for hitting our monthly goal. Yeah, that's gonna be 2D as well. Usually like close-ups, graphics, those I'll do on my iPad. I mean, that was a lot of frames.
I'll draw us an anti-sea bear circle in the dirt. I'll draw us an anti-sea bear circle in the dirt.
Intervention. Sea bear attack. Yeah.
We are indeed. Couple hundred more frames. We're done. Now we're gonna do that pan bit. We're gonna do that pan that Scooby-Doo suggested. Oh, that's another Lost Mattress. That's another funny one, but the Sea Bear's definitely funnier because of all the build up to it. You know, it's such a brilliant episode. Wait, we went down one like what? I'll have to earn that like back. Yeah, that Gone is another like weird, almost like definitely creepy episode with a bizarrely mean-spirited punchline, I guess? Resolution. You know, when they were all trying to get away from SpongeBob.
You two, you two are so
Are you happy now? I guess. I don't know. I think leading up to when I stopped watching the new episodes of SpongeBob, like the episodes were getting so bad that I never like properly ranked them or kept track.
so so gullible.
Bro, the joke where like Squidward's like gonna put up a noose, is I remember seeing that and being like, what is this? Whoa. In SpongeBob? God, that episode's so very poor taste. Yeah, no, like you know, you used to have this funny dynamic where it's like Squidward's very pompous and always wants to be the smartest one in the room and show how much more cultured and sophisticated he is than SpongeBob. And then he fails miserably. Episodes like this, I think, utilize the Squidward dynamic really well. Are You Happy Now is just so bad. I remember people online would call him a Squidward tortured PORN.
See, 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 I did.
Yo, hit the 3 hour mark on the work clock. We've been streaming for longer, but yeah. Give it up for 3 hours.
I I did everything that attracts a sea bear. And I did everything that attracts a sea bear. And
I like Party Pooper Pants and Sponge Who Could Fly. I will always have a lot of nostalgia for the Sponge Who Could Fly because it was the first SpongeBob episode I ever saw. Excuse me. But yeah, I rewatched The Sponge Who Could Fly recently. It's a very weird episode of SpongeBob. Like tonally, thematically, it's like I don't know why that episode turned out the way it did. Like almost like this fable of like SpongeBob wanting to fly and being at odds with the whole town. It's a very peculiar episode. I really can't put my finger on it, but I just have too much nostalgia for it. It's the first SpongeBob episode I ever saw. It was my introduction to the world of SpongeBob, but also Patchy the Pirate.
and nothing happened.
Party Pooper Pants, I think it's a fun episode. It's pretty funny, but I love the Patchy the Pirate segments. Those were so goofy and silly and quirky. I definitely miss the Patchy the Pirate segments. Whenever you saw Patchy the Pirate, like that's the thing. I was talking about like how Sponge Who Could Fly is kind of a weird, like weirdly dramatic episode. Whenever you saw Patchy the Pirate at the beginning of a SpongeBob special, you always knew that you were in for something a little different.
If sea bears really exist,
But the scenes with Patchy the Pirate throwing his own party were really funny. And just everything with the bird brains and seeing all like the people in Patchy's house, his suburban house in Encino, California, wearing their pirate outfits.
what?
It's great. Yeah, I got sad that they stopped doing the Patchy the Pirate segments.
What? Why didn't one show up?
All right, this is it. Last shot of the night. So one of the reasons I never made Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2 was because I didn't have a figure to depict the dirty bubble. Now, the Imaginext set that has Man Ray does have the dirty bubble, and I always thought like, oh, if I could just get my hands on that set, then I would do Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2. But after last year, I realized that the dirty bubble would be way better if I did him in clay animation. Because he doesn't have a lot of lines or screen time. So I think it would be a lot of fun to do him kind of like Mr. Magic.
Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. Nick, Nick.
KRABBYPATTY says I. Oh, I'm so tired. Right before I started streaming, dinner was ready, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" Like while the stream, like the pre-stream was already airing, I was like, "Oh, I want to eat so bad," but we had to. The show must go on,
Fashion.
and that's it. Oh, hold on a second. That's it. We did it. 1,684 frames. Oh my god. I am beat. We did it. Let's see what we got.
You're right. I should be more careful. In fact, why don't you tell me all of the things I shouldn't do if I want to keep the sea bears away?
Okay, that's easy. First off, don't play the clarinet.
Okay, then what?
Never wave your flashlight back and forth really fast.
Flashlights are their natural prey. You're kidding.
Don't stomp around. They take that as a challenge.
Yeah, go on.
Never eat cheese.
Sliced or cubed? Cubed slices.
Cubed slice is fine.
Yeah, and?
Never wear a sombrero.
In a goofy fashion.
Or clown shoes.
Or a hoop skirt.
Never,
Ever.
ever
Screech
like a chimpanzee.
Wow, that's amazing. How many things can set a sea bear off?
They're horrible.
And suddenly, I have the sense we're all in danger.
Why?
I don't know.
The lightning's good.
Just a feeling.
No,
Yes.
no.
Squidward, please don't. SpongeBob, what are we gonna do? A sea bear's sure to come and eat us.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'll draw us an anti-sea bear circle in the dirt.
Good thinking. All the experts say it's the only defense against a sea bear attack. You two are so gullible. See, I did everything that attracts a sea bear, and nothing happened. If sea bears really exist, why didn't one show up?
Well, maybe it's because you're not wearing your sombrero in a goofy fashion.
And there we go. We did it. That is day 7, scene 5 complete. Definitely well more than. Wait a second. Well more than halfway through filming all the dialogue. How long is audio 6? Oh! Okay, guys, get this. So, there's only 3 minutes left of runtime to film. So we're getting there. Now, production for this episode will take a bit longer because we're going to be doing the sea bear and clay animation. But that's the fun of it, you know? So yeah, but we're wrapping up on the runtime of this episode. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to go eat. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. You guys have made the stream really special. And consider becoming a channel member. Join the Patreon. You can join for free. Let's remember to drop a like, crush that YouTube algorithm, keep the pace going. We're going to be back really soon on Wednesday. I don't know about a stream tomorrow, but if no stream tomorrow, look out for another stream on Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for coming. End the stream here. I'll see you guys next time. This is day 7 concluded.